Hey, True Believers, England teen here, the homegrown tourist, and with me is the real Dr. VENKMAN, except no substitutes. How you doing today, sir?
Doing all right. I feel like I'm too far away from the screen. You're huge.
Okay, so I was waiting to see if any of the now you're not a huge Disney fan yet. You're still on here. You like to talk about the news and everything.
I'm Disney neutral.
The one I got to admit, I was hoping Pixel could be here because he's the Universal guy, and we're going to be talking about Universal. Now, I worked for Universal for about 15 years, 12 years in one setting, and then once, and then another time. So I've been through the Dr. Seuss land, left, right, all through. I love it. It is an amazing place to be. We know that Dr. Seuss has recently been canceled. Actually, okay, here's the thing. In all honesty, the widow of Dr. Seuss's estate decided to remove these books themselves. My guess, and this
Peer
is
pressure.
not peer pressure, but this was a way to do it before anybody else did. Like, let's cancel the ones we think might get some pushback and all that kind of stuff before anybody else cancels this. I have a feeling it was a situation like that. Hello, Robert. How you doing?
Is it the family, or is this like a business people running the estate?
Yeah, it was like Seuss Enterprises or something like that.
Because he's been dead since 1991.
Yeah,
He finally just got canceled.
Here's the thing: his widow is very protective of him and his stuff. I remember hearing about how strict she was when it came to Seuss Landing, the land that's out at Universal Studios. How there can't be any right angles, how everything had to be well represented. So
I think she died too, though.
Well, there you go. Like I said,
same year.
It's got to be the corporation. That point being is, I don't think this is something that they were made to. Nothing says that they were made to do this. I think it really was a preemptive strike to avoid the cancel culture.
Right.
I've been told many, many times, even though I've experienced the cancel culture to a small degree, it exists. And I've been told that it hasn't been so many times. It's bullcrap. And anybody who could tell you who's been through this a little bit, it's bullcrap. It really is. Here, you calm down or you're going away, okay?
Yeah, we're canceling you too.
Yeah, we're canceling the bird. Or at least I'm putting him away. He wants me to take him for a walk. He might actually want me to put him up. So when I heard that that Dr. Seuss was being canceled, and he is, by the way, and that's how I'm looking at it. To me, this is a preemptive. And if you look at Twitter, if you look at the reactions on social media, if you look on Facebook, you got a lot of people who are A-okay with this. I am not. I am not at all in any way, shape, or form okay with this.
I hear you. I don't want anything canceled at all as far as this. And it's like, I'm not calling it cancel anymore. I'm calling it censorship. It's called blacklisting.
It is. Well, and it might be self-censorship. It might not. But this is not. This is not done. This is not done out of concern.
No,
these books have been around for 50, 60 years. If it was done out of concern, it would have been done a long time ago and not in the shadow of cancel culture.
These corporations should not be doing it because they think it might be offending someone.
Yeah,
one person on the internet says, I'm offended.
Well,
and who has to verify all these accounts that are on Twitter are actually real people, not just bots?
And that's one of the things that you have to look for. My belief is we always should err on the side of freedom. You got to think, will this make me less or more free? Anytime something like this happens, whether you agree or disagree, Mein Kampf is not considered something that should be banned, yet Dr. Seuss is.
Yeah, you can go buy
the music industry just made WAP the song of the year, but Dr. Seuss is banned. It's ridiculous. And to call Dr. Seuss racist is incredibly ignorant. It is so ignorant. You can't even. It waters my eyes. When I was young, and Maranya just brought it up, I remember watching the first time I didn't read the book first. I saw it on TV. Was a story called The Sneetches. It was all about how we shouldn't see color. But right now, guys, that goes against what they want you to believe. Now you're supposed to see color. Now they want us to be divided. There are people who are actively acting for segregation. There are people who will look at you and say you're racist because you say, "Oh, I don't see race." Now here you go, you're ignorant dumbasses. And I understand I'm on the Disney Channel. That's my second curse word already. Here's the thing. When somebody my age, or maybe even just a little bit older than your ignorant self says we don't see race, it means we don't let that affect the way we treat people. Unlike you're a racist. That's the way it goes. Because most of these things we're hearing, I don't hear I don't hear a lot of black people saying what I'm hearing. White blue-haired girls telling white 20-something blue-haired girls telling us that we should be offended for. I saw on Twitter there was this Asian guy who saw the thing, and if I ran the zoo, and he says that's not offensive, and she was like, "Well, I'm offended." The freaking hell is up with you? Seriously, what is wrong with you?
I don't call it racism anymore. It's called evil. There, and that's pretty much what it is. It's the fact that you feel a need to cancel something or blame a specific race or skin color for something that's happening, and it's usually because these people do not want to take credit, or they're doing it because they're virtuous. They figure this is how we make money now. The problem is that a lot of them, these companies, if they were concerned about money, they wouldn't be doing this cancel culture stuff at all, because there's no profit from something that you can't sell.
Well, here's the thing. Now, there are some images that some people have looked at and have gone, well, this is racist imagery. This is racist imagery. And here's the thing. I saw some of it. Now, Dr. Seuss draws people, and he draws creatures. And some people saw what I think is a creature and said, that's a people. And I looked at it and went, that's on you.
Yeah, there's
that is on you. If I ran the zoo, there was a picture in here where you've got two black creatures, and I say that because of what is on top of their heads.
Is that one with chopsticks?
No, that's in the Mulberry Street.
Yeah.
But this, see, I don't see this as, if you look at how Dr. Seuss draws human beings, that doesn't look like a human being to me. But people looked at that and said, well, that's a black man. And I think when I hear that, I go, holy crap, you're racist.
Well, if anything, it looks like a monkey. So you're saying that black people are monkeys then?
It's on you, man. You're the one that interpreted that way. And by the way, I got news for you. White people in these books aren't as white as they draw them either. We're more peach colored, but okay, let's go on. Look, and I get it a little bit as far as that picture's concerned. It might be a little bit, somebody might look at it and they go, oh, holy crap, that's horrible. That's
my
horrible.
question.
Here's my thought, and I'll give it to you. Don't ban the book, change the image or delete the image. It's on the bottom. All you got to do is white out and it's gone. Or you put something over it. Don't ban the book. The story is excellent. The story is great. Don't ban the whole thing. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Why not just change the image if it's something? Look, we don't like it, but we get that all the time. For Christ's sake, Han shot first, ladies and gentlemen. Go on ahead there, man.
Well, my thought is, why do we need to ban the book? Why don't we just go with what you guys always tell us? What's it made for you? Don't read it.
That's obviously, well,
that's what I'm always told. This wasn't made for you, a straight white male.
Look, if something's offended you, if a book offends you, don't read it. If a TV show offends you, don't watch it.
If you bought it,
you don't like the song WAP, don't listen to it. I have never heard it, not once. Don't need to, don't want to.
Yeah, like I said, like if you buy something, in most places, if you don't like the product, you can go back to that place that where you bought it from, and they'll give you a refund as long as you have the book, you know, whatever it is. But the problem with it is that so many places have, if it's electronic plaque, you know, they don't give you your money back. They'll just give you exchange it for the one exact same product. Best Buy used to do that with electronic devices. If you bought a DVD, you found it offensive, well, now you learned. You know, maybe I'll just, you know, read a review online, and then maybe I'll do that, or just never watch stuff, because it works both sides. There are people who are offended by, they see an SJW trope in a movie and they're offended and they won't watch that movie. They'll just talk crap about that movie. But then there's people who are an SJW and see something that's, hey, that's a straight guy in there, and they get offended. Then they complain. It's on both sides. And that's what pisses me off. It's not just one side. It's not the left trying to cancel it. There's people on the right who are trying to cancel it because they don't like, because there's writing and there's writing character. I'm sick of all of it, and just get over it and just buy what you want and shut up.
I get it, and I get it. So I'm gonna go over this, and in just a little bit, I've got to ask you I'm gonna ask you to entertain people while I get rid of this bird. He's going freaking nuts on me.
Well, now you know. Now there's no evidence you're getting rid of the bird.
Yeah, right. I mean, yes, I will put him away, but okay.
I will put him away for good.
If only. If only. So let's take this to the theme parks, because now that I've said my piece on the whole thing, look, even if it's a preemptive strike by the company that runs Dr. Seuss's estate nowadays, it's still the cancel culture working against them. It's still a preemptive strike. These books have been around since before I was born. Definitely before you were born, Venkman. And only now are we looking at them and going, oh my gosh, it's hateful. No, I'm sorry. I don't buy into it. I just do not buy into it.
I'm actually a lot older than I look. You know,
you're 36.
I have that DC linear effect where I just, you know, age 3 years. It's been 80 years.
There you go. So yeah, the what I saw on Mulberry Street, the one thing that all the Asian people are going, why are you finding an Asian man eating where is it? Here it is. Why are you finding an Asian man eating noodles in Asian dress?
Pull your right arm back so you can see the foot, and then move to your left.
There we go. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
How about if I do it like this?
I know you don't want to break the spine.
Yeah, I don't. There it is, right? And here he is. There's the offended picture. There's an Asian man who's eating noodles.
First of all, he's not Asian. It's the guy on the left. He looks white. He's drawn white. He doesn't have no Fu Manchu. Doesn't have no. He's just a guy who got fast food to go.
And so, yeah, this Asian guy was like, I don't get it. What's so offensive about this? And all the young white girls, all the blue-haired college students. You remember when going to college was supposed to be a good thing? All the blue-haired college students are like, well, I'm offended.
I remember when college was a bad thing to go, because most people worked in factories, and if you're going to college, you're a yuppie trying to escape the hard work. Don't look at
a history book, ladies and gentlemen, that includes Asian people. You're going to get really offended. So anyway, let's take it back to the Universal thing. The books are gone, by the way, and it really was only 6 books. It's not like Cat in the Hat or anything, you know. And that's what I'm hearing is an excuse. I'm hearing a lot of people, but it's not like it's the Grinch. It's not like it's Cat in the Hat. No, it's not that now. You see, you just, by agreeing with it, by going along with it, you're making it a lot easier to accept when they go after the next thing. Well, by accepting this, they're going to go, oh, well, if you found that that unacceptable, look what they did over here. And you're going to say, okay, it's okay to cancel that. Right now, they put labels on freaking Disney movies saying that they're inappropriate. No, there's nothing wrong with Dumbo. Just watch Dumbo. I got news for you. Kids should be able to watch Song of the South and realize how freaking boring it was. Same as I did as a kid. Same as the people before me as a kid.
The only warning label that should be on a Disney film, it should be the Frozen ones.
So One thing though that is going to happen, I'm going to show you guys a picture for those of you who don't know about it, for those of you who can't make it out to the parks enough. If you go into Universal Studios Islands of Adventure, there's an area, it's called Seuss Landing. It's mine and my family's favorite. Even though it's very, very much made for kids, I like to run around it myself. When I go, seriously, when I go
to the little leash. Come back, Angle Team.
I like Myers in that one.
The helmet on, hey.
I'm very much like that. If I go into certain areas, I like to be a kid. There's one part where you can list literally, you know, in the story, the Lorax, there's a tall house and you can go up to it and the guy will tell the whole story. Well, they've got that where you can listen to the whole story. And one time I listened to the whole story. I love this. I love this area. It's beautiful. I like the train. We always go on the Cat in the Hat, by the way, Universal. It needs updating and cleaning.
Is there a fox with socks up in the treehouse?
There is no fox and socks.
Outrage, cancel it.
Circus McGurkus. It serves the worst food at Universal, but there is a Circus McGurkus. And I love the, I really do. They've got the, oh goodness, the Zaxes, the eastward and westward Zax that are stuck here in the city built around them. And they've got little things like the footprints leading up to, there's so much there to look at and to love, but there's two things. And one of them is this area right here. It's a play area. It's called If I Ran the Zoo. Well, thank you very much, you cancel culture some bitches. It's closed now. Universal Orlando Resort is taking a close look at its Dr. Seuss theme land after Dr. Seuss Enterprises announced Tuesday that 6 of the famed author's books will stop being published due to racist and insensitive imagery. And in a statement provided the Orlando's local Spectrum News 13, a Universal spokesperson said that Seuss Landing, which is located inside Islands of Adventure, continues to be very popular. Of course, it's awesome. We've removed the books from our shelves as they have asked, and we'll be evaluating our in-park experiences too, the spokesperson asked, but our guests can plan on continuing. Well, I'm glad at least they didn't shut down the whole land. They don't have a picture here, but also there is a shop called If I Ran the Zoo. And there's a picture of, there's actually a picture spot where you can take a pic where you've got all the, where you've got all the people there as well. And like it's a shot from the book. Yeah. So that I'm sure they're going to take down as well, because if they can't have the book there, I think it's ridiculous that they go that far. I understand them removing the books because, of course, it's at the behest of the company itself, but it's ridiculous to close If I Ran the Zoo. Think of it like Splash Mountain. Disney doesn't let anybody see Song of the South, yet Splash Mountain is still there and people are enjoying the hell out of it. Let these kids run around If I Ran the Zoo. There's nothing there that is offensive. You've got the character that you can scratch his belly on. It's a water part. It's all sorts of...
The thing is, people don't realize that this cancel culture isn't really new. It's been around. It's just never been as vocalized, as focal in one point, as far as where Twitter is, where you see it on, you know, the internet. Back in the day, they had cancel stuff too, over in Germany. For those who remember, they're old enough to actually maybe escape from over there. It's the thing is that people gotta realize, no matter what we do, even if we vote with our wallets, cancel culture is never gonna go away. It's just gonna be called something else. It's gonna continue on. But the only way you can actually battle this, I guess, is I already says, vote with your wallet. You know, I imagine if Disney loses a lot of money, a lot of people stop going to Disney because of this, maybe they might turn around and say, you know what? Universal, but yeah, like I said, maybe they will realize, oh, maybe we backed the wrong people. Because it always seems like a few people are saying, like, well, I'm not going to do this, but then again, I don't know what the numbers are. Everything's so obscure, the news and stuff. I don't know what the actual like correct stuff is versus the narrative, because it's just so obscured online. So maybe 30,000 people decided they're not going to go to Universal because of this. And as far as I could tell, I wouldn't know that. Because it's because there's still people walk in, they doctor everything.
Oh, hold on just a sec. Hey, Chris, if you have let me give you the thing here. My cousin is in the chat right now. His name's Chris. And he's mentioning, and this is something too. Now, Universal may actually be taking an opportunity here. Jump on, man, if you can. Seriously. Universal may actually be taking a stance on this because he's right. Since the COVID reopening, now I haven't been to Universal since the COVID reopening. Actually, Chris, you got me an annual pass. I don't know if it's still up and running, and we haven't taken a chance at it. But it could just be they're using this as an excuse so they could change it anyway into something that can be used, because since COVID, they have not been they haven't been running the play areas. And if I ran the zoo is a play area, I don't think it should be closed though. I really don't. Just unless, of course, they're going to change it into something cooler or better. But my whole thought is, of course, because you got Splash Mountain, it's to entertain people for like what's it been, 35 years now? Even though the movie has been gone for about 35 years now.
Yeah.
So you don't need that. It's still a fun Dr. Seuss area.
I'm trying to think what new Universal movies are coming out that are kid friendly.
Oh no, it would have to be Dr. Seuss. It literally is in Seuss Landing.
Oh, it had to be Dr. Seuss then. It can't be one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
They've already got that.
I mean, that's not gone yet, because that's like politics right there. Wow, you need to get rid of it.
No.
One fish.
Don't give them any ideas.
Oh, it's already been talked about on the internet.
They've been threatening. They've been threatening a Mount Crumpet ride since it first opened. When we were going into when I was at Alfred Hitchcock, The Art of Making Movies, back when Islands of Adventures was being built, we were hearing, oh yeah, and then we're going to add on a Mount Crumpet, and we're going to add on a so they had these ideas. Even I've heard about it even before the movie came out. Ooh. But then again, I was friends with a couple of the.
Did you even see this? Apparently, eBay said they're delisting anybody who's trying to sell.
No, sir. Right now, there are a lot of the banned books on eBay. I checked.
I know, but this is 4 hours according to Wall Street, so I mean, I'm just taking it with a grain of salt.
Unless they're talking about. Okay, hey Chris, then please don't. I love to have you on for almost any other subject. Don't come on when we're talking about Universal, because I don't want you getting in trouble.
This is from this article was basically put up about 4 hours ago, and it says online marketplace eBay Inc. said it's working to prevent the resale of 6 Dr. Seuss books that were pulled earlier this week by company in charge of the late author's works because they contain offensive imagery.
See, but the thing is maybe they're banning like if a bookstore has or something like that. But Joe Normal selling their copy, like if I right here, I've got 3 of the 6 banned books. So if
start buying them, because they're gonna go up to like $1,500.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could get a pretty penny for this book, but I don't know. It's very valuable. It's great story still.
Just buy a printing press company and reprint them yourself.
What you mean?
And then sell them on the black market.
Yeah, that's illegal, dude. Anyway, where are you going in Seuss Landing, Chris? Because we'll definitely see you there. My family doesn't like water rides, so he's been working over at Jurassic Park forever and a day. We don't usually stop.
Stuck in the 90s.
Because no, that land is awesome, dude. Yeah. But so I don't usually get to see my cousin when we do go through, but we always go to Seuss Landing. I love Seuss Landing. It's a great place to run around and have a good time, be a kid.
Well, yeah.
So you're going to be running all the merch. Okay.
Oh, I thought he's just going to set up camp there and protest. He said he's moving there.
No.
So yeah, you mentioned Mein Kampf was, it's still being sold on eBay. So is the Turner Diaries, another popular with the white supremacist groups. As a Wednesday evening. So they're still, a lot of them are still there.
Once again, that's my tinfoil hat, is that this is a preemptive strike.
Well, yeah,
and here's something. Play devil's advocate for a little bit. Is it a bad idea? I mean, I don't agree with it because, once again, I will always err on the side of freedom. And I think this is kind of like the Comics Code Authority, where they themselves censored themselves. And I didn't agree with that. But they aren't going to get canceled if they do this. They still stand to make a lot of money off their other books because cancel culture is on their side for banning these books.
And what's really hypocritical about this, a book called When Harry Became Sally, Responding to the Trans Movement, was pulled from Amazon. And when Amazon asked about why they did this, what happened, they said, it says, what did they say here?
Here's the big difference. Here is the big difference.
No, Amazon didn't comment on because the Republican senators were asking about why did you pull this. They said, well, it said they reserve the right to not sell titles based on its content guidelines for books. So
yeah, and here's the big difference, though. This was asked by the company themselves. We cannot forget that in this discussion. It's a big part of the discussion.
Oh, I no doubt.
They asked this. This is a preemptive. This isn't exactly a cancel culture move. You can absolutely 100% argue the cancel culture with When Harry Became Sally. You can absolutely talk about the cancel culture for that. This, however, once again, for 50 years, nobody had a problem with this. But when there is something like cancel culture looming over somebody, then they decide to make this move. That's why I think this was a preemptive strike. That's why I'm playing devil's advocate and wondering, did they run the numbers and realize if we did this ourselves, maybe we'll be seen as a sort of a hero, and they went and did this.
Well, I think it's just funny though that book was pulled to Amazon, but then stuff like Mark Twain books are still up there. But then again, people are saying those should be canceled too, but they haven't been yet. So it's like
that's bull crap. And here's the thing. And once again, I'll reiterate for those who came in late: if you allow this, if you agree with this on a moral level, you're opening the door to more things, because this has happened before. There's a saying out there, and there's a thing goes, if you control the language, you can control the argument. And what you do is, if you do allow yourself to say, okay, well, this is inappropriate, that makes it easier for when something maybe you even agree with, okay, yeah, I see, but if we did that, this kind of fits in the same category. And then you get a little bigger, and then you get a little bigger. The slippery slope does exist. Maybe it'll take decades, but it does exist.
Robert,
I've seen it in my lifetime. The
books that are being banned is called And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street. If I ran the zoo
on my other channel.
Make Ellie Guts Pool, On Beyond Zebra, and Scrambled Egg Super. And then the last book is The Cat's Quizzer. I've never read any of these books before. Well, I read the popular ones. I consider the popular: Redfish, Bluefish, Go Dog Go.
Well, that's actually one of the reasons why people are justifying it. Well, it's not their famous ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happens when the cancel culture finds something in one of the famous ones that they deem offensive?
I've been trying to get the Fox canceled.
Remember, the one thing that the Seuss company is getting wrong is that by apologizing, you do not become immune. If you apologize, that's just blood in the water to the sharks. They go after you harder. And I'll guarantee you that right now, there are people combing through every one of Dr. Seuss's books to find that one word, to find that one drawing that will cancel Cat in the Hat, that will cancel The Grinch, that will cancel something that you do love. If I Ran the Zoo is a great story. I love it. What I saw on Mulberry Street, I know I got the title wrong. I like it. I like the story. It's a good story. But because they're not the Grinch or Cat in the Hat, people can let them go.
That's a long title, though.
It really is. And here's the thing. George Carlin used to have a joke where he ended up saying because some reverend was trying to get some television show and some music band. This is in the 80s. He said, now that we've got to deal with that. And he goes, Reverend, you know that the TV and the radio have two knobs on them. One turns it up, one turns it off. Simple as that. You don't want to read it, don't read it. You don't want to watch it, don't watch it. You don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. It's up to you. Let everybody else alone. Always, always, always err on the side of freedom. You have to treat people like individuals, not groups, because that makes them more free. You have to, hold on, I am on a roll. I'm on my soapbox. You have to just let things go. I never heard the WAP song. Don't want to, won't ever. Just won't. You know what? There's a lot of hip hop with cursing in the I'm a gangster. I see sometimes I'll see like a video as I'm passing by, and there's the kid with the gun and the thing, and I don't agree with it. I think it perpetrates an image that should not be lifted and elevated. But you know what? The kid's got a right to make that music. The kid's got a right to make that video. You've got a right to say, I hate you and I'm going to kill you. You don't have a right to act on it. You don't have a right to say, hey, guys, we should all kill him. You can't call to action. That's for sure. Those are different. But you sure have a right to say what you want. You sure have the right to read what you want, to write what you want. What's his name? The guy with the stupid freaking haircut, the Nazi guy that nobody likes because he's a Nazi.
Vox Day?
Well, Vox Day, too. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've got my problem with Vox anyway. What's his name? Carlos, whatever his name is. Menzo. But anyway, that guy, look, he's an idiot. He's a freaking Nazi idiot. He's got the right to say it. I'm sorry. If that makes you angry, you're wrong. He should not go. Not in your anger, but if you think he should go away, you're wrong.
What have we learned from history? Whenever we try to censor something, it makes the demand for it go up more and more.
People's, you know, I mentioned at the Germans have bombed Pearl Harbor. What is that guy's name? The weird haircut looks like Captain Marvel from the comics. Actually, Captain Marvel in Endgame too. They have the same hair.
Are you talking about an actual guy?
Yeah, he got clocked in the street or something. I don't pay attention to that kind of.
What I see was Richard.
Yeah, Richard Spencer or something like that. Yeah,
that's what it was. It was like Spencer.
Moron. Something Spencer. Yeah, thanks, Chris. You know what? I love the fact that we can't remember this idiot's name. Seriously, what a freaking moron. Are you keeping this in? No, I can't rhyme because of cat.
I would not. I can't. I'd start swearing.
I'm going on because this was supposed to be about what's going on with Universal Studios and everything, but we're talking about the politics of it. But here's the thing. I hope they don't change Universal as far as I hope they don't change it for this reason. Cat in the Hat needs an update. I love Cat in the Hat Ride. It needs an update. They've let certain things fall. They let certain things fall. It used to spin. At least to spin a little bit too much, but put the spinning back in, clean it up.
Yeah, give them pants.
Better. That would be fine. They need to update a few things, because it was made in '98 and it looks it. But otherwise, the area is so good. One of the problems that keeps this closed. Excuse me, I've been drinking my soda, and this is soda. It's not beer. It's actually really good. Today, we are sponsored by Swamp Pop, pralines and cream soda, by the way.
Swamp Pop. That sounds like really. What's seriously associated like swamp?
Yeah, I wish I had a sponsor from anybody.
Swamp in a bottle.
But I love the Dr. Seuss Landing area. I really do. I like it more than I like the Harry Potter area. I kid you not. That one. And that's probably why Seuss Landing is kind of falling apart, is because they're sending all their money over to Harry Potter, because that's where all the people go to. Universal's very bad about that.
Yeah, they keep the commercials. This was last year, the year before. They're like, "Come down, you can be a wizard, interact. You can, walk through Harry Potter town." I'm thinking like,
oh, it is fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. I just like Dr. Seuss Landing better than it. I am weird like that. Give me the Springfield. I love the way the Springfield looks more than I like the way that the Harry Potter is, mainly because the Harry Potter area is so freaking cramped. They decided in the shops they were going to make it look like it was in the movies, and all the hallways are tiny, which is really cool for the movie. When you have people going, action, you move here, you go there. But when you're dealing with thousands of theme park guests, it's a pain in the butt.
I was going to say, if they really want to put something else that's better than Dr. Seuss stuff, go back to Hollywood Studios and bring back Rocketeer.
Yeah. Oh, if you guys remember, I know some of you have seen it. When I went to the Facebook and I showed some pictures, there's this one of me where I look like I'm half dead or drugged out of my mind. And right next to me is a Spanish kid in a tank top. My cousin, for some reason, when we were teenagers, he would take a picture. He'd look Spanish. He's not, but he would. We had a couple of jokes about that.
Why? Do you think it looks funny? That's racist.
Yeah. Well, when you're not,
you're canceled now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, canceled in so many freaking times. By the way. Oh, and for the new people, this is Twiddles.
Yeah, he's no longer orange now. We solved the problem.
Yeah, we solved the orange problem. Yeah, there you go. What's up?
He adapted to become the orange board.
Yeah. Maybe they need a Harry Potter Dr. Seuss crossover event. That would be awesome. But yeah, I do like it. There's so much there to actually enjoy. And by the way, if you ever go to Universal Studios, I haven't been in a little bit, so I don't know if it's there right now. But at the bottom of the exit ramp on the trolley, or it's right next to the train ride, there is a candy shop. Step in there. You could get a candy, cotton candy as big as me. I am not kidding. We actually put it in front. Me and Gail and the kids bought one. We put it in front of me, and you could not see past. And Chris is saying it was a surf god tan. Yeah, I don't know why. But he did. We joked around about Carlos. But these cotton candies are amazing. If you're a cotton candy fan, of course.
Huh.
Alrighty, hold on just a sec. I'm doing this to you, Chris. So here you go. This is me and my cousin when we were about, I want to say 14. There we go. That's the picture I'm looking like.
Oh yeah. I thought that was Pablo Escobar next to you.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, but that was they would wake us up far too early for that trip, man. We were teenagers. We needed our sleep. It was like, I just want to go back to sleep. Just give us one night.
That's because you're teenagers. You guys are staying up to like 4 in the morning.
The candy shop's not currently open. Oh my gosh, those cotton candies alone, because they would actually sprinkle, like if you wanted sprinkles or if you wanted something in it, like cotton candy isn't enough, right? But the cotton candy itself was as big as my torso, and I'm a big fat guy. So yeah. My cat Kaiser's Twiddle's biggest fan. You know what? Speaking of food, oh, you say what you need to say. I'm gonna.
What's with Disney canceling all these cruises?
Well, because
all the way to 2022. Is that still because of COVID? Because
yeah,
really?
No, dude, cruises on a good day are germ farms, man. This one I get. This one I really get, okay? Of all of them, I do. I mean, you go on a cruise, it really is.
If you limit the number of people on there, like 6 people at a time, and just up the prices.
Dude, up the price to what, $1,000, $2,000 a ticket? You can't do that.
People would still buy it. People are Disney aholics. They're addicted to it. Yeah. You see those guys who get the Disney tattoos, they collect all the pins, they put on a hat. You're one of them.
Chris Singh, I thought was Batman. Me too. Let's see. Snookers is open. Then cotton candy area isn't. Oh, that's too bad. Because that was it, man.
But Universal, if they get rid of that little Dr. Seuss little play area, let's put a hot dog stand in there.
So there are a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Otherwise, I think we've ranted for 40 minutes on the Dr. Seuss thing, and I had stuff to say. Obviously, maybe I should have saved a lot of it for the politics channel, but I don't like doing the politics channel. I like doing this channel, and sometimes it crosses over. And the last thing we'll say is, and I'll just reiterate, if Universal changes, if I ran the zoo, I hope it's because it's a germ factory also. I mean, hey, look, I dig running around there, but I don't touch a lot of stuff because it's only been touched by 1 million people before. This might be a case of even after everything's open and people are feeling safe to go out, they might not want to do things where snotty kids are running around, grabbing, touching, doing, there's going to be a fear in people, even after this is all over and done with, that is going to linger. And people are going to be far more sensitive to that kind of thing. And I can understand them. And I just hope that we do get something worth it out of this. And I hope it's not because of the cancel culture thing. And one thing, this is also something that could happen. Remember when HBO Max banned Gone with the Wind? They did it for 2 days. They did it long enough for everybody to go, okay, we won. And then when cancel culture Twitter forgot about it, Gone with the Wind was right back up. And if you want, you can watch it right now on HBO. I know because I have seen it recently. It's still an amazing film.
So why isn't Lion King banned yet? Because that's all racism, isn't it?
No.
It's a black guy holding up a white baby, a family. He's the servant. Fiki.
I can actually see cancel culture going. I really could.
I'm Pride Rock, but he's straight.
Oh, now we're going in other directions. You know what? You should work for cancel culture Twitter.
If I can make millions, I at least can afford that Amazing Fantasy 15.
It's ridiculous to me sometimes, though. I do follow certain groups and certain people just to get this kind of info. Like with the comic books, I follow speculator crowds because they literally say, "What book are we gonna do next, guys?" And they talk about what comic book they're gonna try to falsely raise the price to.
Yeah.
Cancel culture does the same thing. Who are we going after next? Is a common question that they ask. It's ridiculous. So, by the way, if you ever hear that cancel culture doesn't exist, it does. I've experienced a little bit of it. Thank goodness I only got shadow banned and not actually actual ban. But here's some good Universal news, gang. We're gonna share some good Universal news, and that is for those of you who are interested. Universal's Epic Universe gets a new opening timeline. And it was announced in 2019 and slated for 2023, but it was delayed due to the pandemic. And today, Universal did not announce a new opening date, but according to the Orlando Sentinel, Epic Universe is now expected to open in early 2025. So there we go. It's back up and the construction is back up and running. This is the one that's got all the Nintendo stuff that everybody was excited over and all that kind of stuff. So good news, back up. I'm glad to hear it. Sorry that they had to stop for a year. It seemed to me like, because early on we knew that if you went outside, vitamin D helped. But nobody was actually acting on it. Doctors would come out and say, no, you're better to go outside in the sun, and and nobody acted on it. I always thought if they did, what did I say? Epic? Oh, okay, it's Epic that thing is. I actually always thought, man, shutting down the construction during the pandemic was the worst idea ever. They should have kept it going because you can have everybody socially distanced. They're outside, so it's not, and it's Florida heat, so we're in a good spot for this. We really have been. I always thought it was a really bad idea to definitely shut down the construction, but Yeah, what you gonna do? Little bad news on the Disney front, or at least the Disney Plus front, and what I'm wondering about. Once again, my tinfoil hat's going on, so I don't have proof of this, but Disney Plus prices are going to rise. During Disney's Investor Day event in December, it was announced that Disney Plus would be getting a price rise in the United States in the spring. Subscribers have been getting emails today from Disney confirming that Disney will be going up on March 26th. Only $1, $6.99, $7.99. In my opinion, that's still worth it. And here's where I'm going to say I know some people have already canceled because of the Gina Carano stuff.
Yep.
So I'm wondering, is that the reason why we're seeing $1? The rest of us are seeing $1 increase because they want to make up for the lost revenue from everybody else. The people who make the things that make the things are made indoors. There you go. That is true. He is right about that. The planners, and after a while, once you're done building the outside of those buildings, stuff has to go in those buildings. So he is right about that. And right, he was also right. The supply chains got interrupted. That's why you were seeing shortages at grocery stores and everything like that. But yeah, I'm wondering if the Disney Plus increase isn't because of all the cancellations, because of the Gina Carano stuff and everything. I love Disney Plus. As I said, even if I don't watch Star Wars, and trust me, getting me not to watch new Star Wars is not a difficult thing. Kathleen Kennedy, Ryan Johnson worked really hard to make sure I didn't want to watch new Star Wars stuff. Jon Favreau was the only one saying, no, you do. Here, watch this. And that was Mandalorian. But I like the old stuff. I love watching the old musicals. I like watching the old. They just put on the Muppet Show. What? I'm going to turn off the freaking Muppet Show? No, it's not going to happen, guys. I've been waiting for freaking ever to get every gosh darn season of the Muppet Show in one goddamn area. I'm not canceling my Disney Plus. I don't care. So
there's a guy. There's a meme about some guy who is like, he's sitting there. He's got a Star Wars, robot and stuff, and he's sitting in there in a blacked out apartment, and he's eating his food, his and then he's watching a pirated version of the Muppets, and then he hears the sirens coming from me, because he's pirating Disney because he doesn't want to cancel culture and all that stuff.
Well, look, hey, I like Gina. I liked her movie Haywire. My favorite, Gina, you're my favorite gladiator. All righty. But dude, Muppets. I liked Muppets before I even saw Gina Carano. So there you go. That alone, the fact that I could watch the Muppet Show, I can watch all of the movies. It's right there. It's got, it's got the Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again, the freaking sequel. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that is rough to find anymore. So yeah,
rough to watch too.
Yeah. Gosh darn it, brain! What a glorious feeling! I'm happy again. I walk down the lane with a happy refresh. By the way, that's not Disney, although it was MGM, which was owned by Disney for just a little bit. That's why Hollywood Studios used to be called Disney's MGM Studios.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that is the best movie of all time, by the way. Singing in the Rain is my favorite film of all time. And Breen just left. I'm singing in the rain in the comment section. You guys know that affects me. Don't do the musicals in the comment section, please.
Unless you want him here longer.
I know, right? All right.
Nobody wants that.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next one here, which is some interesting news, because this is something, as a person who likes to go out to Disney and try the restaurants.
All right.
We have Space 220 restaurant opening and other information. Space 220 restaurant is one of the most highly anticipated new additions at Walt Disney World. So just to give those who don't know, this restaurant is supposed to give the diner the feeling that they are dining in the space station. So all the windows are going to be, they're going to have like video that makes it look like you're in orbit and you're spinning. So sounds good. I'm very jazzed for this. Let's see. Our new expectation for best case scenario on the opening date of Space 220 is the start of summer seasons towards the end of May, and the worst case scenario would be October 2021. The actual opening date likely will hinge upon when Walt Disney World opts to increase restaurant capacity. Here's something, and this is me and Gail putting on our tinfoil hats because we have no evidence of this. So take this with a grain of salt. Anytime I say tinfoil hat, it means take it with a grain of salt. We believe that Disney's been upping their capacity towards 100% slowly without telling anybody. Disney is very much on the left side of politics. And I think, but they love money. And Bob Chapek, and I call him Chapek, not Chapek. Bob Chapek loves money more than most. So I have this feeling because we've been going since it opened. And sometimes we'll go once every week. And we've been noticing the crowds have been getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I think he's been opening it to 100% without telling anybody. And I'm not saying he has opened it, but when he's saying it's only at 25 or 35% capacity, I've been there. It's getting freaking close. We're getting really close. Muppets existed when Gina was still a glint in the milkman's eye. I got 125 comics today. Oops, wrong channel. Yep. Can we throw pennies on to France as it goes by? Let's see. I did an annual charge for Disney Plus. It was cheaper overall, said Morano. So, yep. Didn't you both catch? No, we did not catch COVID at Disney, or at least there's no proof of where we caught it from. Disney is actually very careful when we go, even outside, which I think is completely wrong. We have to wear a mask. You shouldn't be wearing masks outside. Inside, okay, fine, especially at the beginning. Nobody knew what we were really dealing with. I get it. I get it when you're inside, but outside, not in this heat. It can cause a lot of, one, it can cause skin problems, but also can cause breathing problems. But no, I don't believe we caught it at Disney. We go to other places like Wawa or Walmart. Anybody remember the germ farm that Walmart became? I never understood how anybody could think it was safe to send entire neighborhoods, entire towns of people to 2 buildings and say, no, this is the safest way we could be. In our town, we have a Publix and we have a Walmart. And that was for a while, that was the only place you were going to go to, except for maybe the gas station. Then they thought that was safer than just letting stuff stay open and everybody being responsible. Ridiculousness. But then again, when Disney closed, I was working at the theater. What Disney did when they closed for COVID, they closed all the parks, but left Disney Springs open. And I was like, wait a second. So you're letting right now 40 hotels worth of people, the only place they can go is Disney Springs. And you're doing that for safety. Think about that, gang. You know, but thankfully what ended up happening was 40 hotels worth of people cleared the hell out instead of went to Disney Springs. Maybe I caught it from my sewerage. What? All righty. Let's talk about something that I love to talk about because I am a professional fat guy. I don't know how I'm making money from it, but I am a fat guy. And that means, of course, as we've seen all movies.
I have a short one, too, if you want to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Before we go over all your food.
Oh, you are doing a food one, huh? Okay.
What do you want? A short little one. Once you click on mine.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, cool. I'm watching on YouTube, the 8-second delay. There it goes. All right. Universal Studios Hollywood joins Knott's, and Disney is reopening with a food shopping event for those. This is Universal California, though. City, apparently, I guess.
Okay.
They're saying after nearly being closed due to the coronavirus pandemic, Hollywood is reopening its theme park. A bit with rides or a special ticketed outdoor food beverage shopping event called the Taste of Universal. What you need to know, basically says right here, Universal Studios Hollywood is reopening its theme park for a special ticketed outdoor event called the Taste of Universal. The theme park has been closed for nearly a year due to coronavirus, but we already know, yeah. I think it'll be the same states over. Universal joins other major theme parks that have reopened without no rides, hosting events. It will basically run from Saturday, starting March 12th. But actually, run Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday. So basically, what is it? The 11th to the 12th.
Right now it's 4th. Yeah, but okay.
Yeah. And sorry, $44 for adults and $25 for kids. As it says here.
Well, what it basically is saying is that you can go out and try foods from different areas of Universal. Now, the reason why I didn't report on this is that it's California. Yeah,
I know, but it's for people who are in California who are like, yay, there's a light. I can get to Disney World.
Mm-hmm. Disney is doing its own food thing as well.
It starts noon to 7 p.m. on Friday to Sunday, starting March 12th, is what they're saying. It's Universal. They're limited capacity, enforcing spectacles and social distancing, wearing a mask, whatever. Experience will take place on the theme park's upper lot, including the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Springfield, USA, and an area called Hollywood and Dine. The event will feature more than 70 different beverage choices, such as Krusty Burger, the Lard Land Donut Cart. That sounds good. 3 broomsticks, fish and chips, sticky toffee pudding, butter beer, and more. The event will also feature a new dining experience called the Minion Cafe and a preview of the new shop based on the Secret Life of Pets. Additionally, visitors will have the chance to take socially distanced photos of characters. Socially distanced. Hey, how you doing over there?
No, it actually is very much like that, by the way, where you'll have the characters come into an area and they'll wave. They don't let people go up to them or take pictures the way they used to or anything like that.
It's doing the Keanu Reeves photograph, but you're 20 feet away.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say this that I liked. Okay, they instead of doing long parades where people gather all the time, they do these short caravans. I like it. I actually enjoy that more than the parade, because the parade, it would be like, at 3 o'clock, everybody's got to line up the streets and you got to find yourself a spot. And, you've been sitting there for an hour, but this guy, 8 foot wide, wants to put his kid up on his shoulder and he just got in front of you, even though you've been there for an hour.
Yeah.
So I like these caravans that come through because just on occasion, you'll get these characters. And what they've been doing, since they've got to bring them out so frequently, they've also been doing more rare characters that old farts like myself haven't seen in 20, 30 years. You doing all right? All right. Cool. Okay.
It says Knott's Berry Farm has hosted several seasonal foodie events after the pandemic began. We'll host another. Bones and Berry Festival also later this month. Six Flags Magic Mountain has been hosting drive-through events. It's cool. Like Legoland and Carl's Blad and SeaWorld have opened with their events. But now, when they say kids for $25 for kids, it's ages 3 to 9. Adults receive 5 food or drink options, while the kids only get 3. So the kids get 2, 2 less. But the kids can always eat what you're eating too.
All right. So, and to answer Moranya's question, have they banned green eggs and ham if they had it at Universal restaurants? No. Okay, so here's the thing. Green Eggs and Ham is actually a fast food restaurant out at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure in Seuss Landing. And it had been closed forever. Even when it was open, it was only open during the busy times that I call are unenjoyably busy. And if you were an employee there, like myself, my cousin, so forth, it would be at a time where you were absolutely working. So it was very rare that, 1, it would be open, and 2, if it was, I would not be working. So I never got to eat at this place. And when it first opened, it actually served green eggs and ham. And so they opened it again. I was like, yes, going to finally get those green eggs and ham. I can't wait. It turns out it's a tater tot restaurant. And by that, this is a new fad going around, by the way. Instead of French fries or instead of chips, it'll be tater tots, and you'll have like macaroni and cheese on top, or you'll have they got this thing called tachos, where you get the nacho cheese and all the fixings on top of it. No. So they've got all that kind of stuff going on. And there's one that's it comes in a tall can like this, and it's called Who Hash. And I really want to try that when I go back.
That's at Disney World. You think they'd be more at Disneyland?
Well, this is at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure, and I'm looking forward to trying the Who Hash when we go back.
But yeah, she's talking about they ban green eggs and ham. Actually, you know, the process I make that they stopped in 2019 when they shut down, and they let it sit there for a year.
And that's why it became green. Yeah. No, but it was embarrassing to me. It was embarrassing, and let me explain something really to you guys you might not know about me. I take pride in my work. I really do. And
in the bathroom.
If you're working at a theme park, eventually you're going to realize that you care about and you take more pride in stuff than even management and people above management, the people that, you know, the cigar chompers in the back.
That's every job.
They don't see the day-to-day stuff. You know, I swear to gosh, I kid you not, this happened when I was a lead. A lead is like a manager. When I was a lead over at Twister, we had a bird die in our nets. Like if you're going through an attraction, you'll have nets that catch stuff like bird poop and all that kind of stuff, so it doesn't get on the guests and everything. And we had a bird die on those nets, and I would call up and I would say, yeah, we need to get you, we need to get this bird out of here. There's a bird, it died on our nets. Can you come? And this is park services. We're supposed to call basically the janitorial squad. Oh, and my bird left me a present.
Is this a story how you got twiddles? You resuscitated the bird alive?
No. Yeah, no. No, this bird liquefied. This bird liquefied before somebody came out. I came in and I'm noticing there's a puddle
Drip.
now on the ground, and I'm like, okay, well, we need to go mop up that water over there. And my team member came in and said, that's not water, it's blood. And okay, it probably didn't liquefy. It was more like it just burst. And
is this bird flu? What is it? I've never heard of bird flu.
I'm like, wait, it's blood. So finally they came out. When blood is mentioned, they freaking came out, because they would not do anything. But in any time I talked about repairs, oh, well, we have to focus on the mummy now. We have to make, because at the time the mummy was the big ride. Yeah, we have to focus on the mummy now. I'll guarantee you that you know, my cousin being he might experience things different because he was in merchandise, I was in ride and show. But I'll bet you if he had a problem and the people at Harry Potter had a problem, my cousin was put on the pay no mind list before Harry Potter's merchandise managers were. That's just the way I can tell you that Universal Studios was. I remember there would be these dinners where it would be like dinner with Bob Galt, come on in. And you could basically tell Bob Galt all the problems that are going on, and nobody from our area would go because they were afraid, you know, okay, well, if you go and you complain to the big boss, you're going to get fired. Well, I'm like, let's go. You know, you got to stand up. You got to talk about this kind of stuff. By the way,
is it a free meal?
Let's just point out the fact that my cousin still has his job at Universal and I do not. So there is something to that, by the way. I stood up to a couple of bosses and ended up not being seen as someone they wanted around. But I would go and it was a free meal, and it was a good free meal too.
It's like, I want the meal or my job.
Yeah, I'll go.
This is lobster. I'm taking a meal.
You mean, wait, I get a free dinner at Lombard's Landing, and all I got to do is bitch about this place? Pfft, I'll do that for free. Sorry, go back to sleep. So Yeah, I would go in there and I would tell them, like, we would get complaints. One of the complaints we got was the music. One, it was dated. Two, people didn't think it was theme park appropriate, and especially not movie theme park appropriate, because it was stuff like Moulin Rouge soundtrack. It had She Bangs, She Bangs. Oh, that's the way she. This is a theme park, mind you, and they're playing She Bangs.
They're playing Ricky Martin.
Yeah, yeah, and people were thinking, well, when we first came here, it was movie themes, which I think would have been awesome. You know, you go into the New York area, you have your New York themes. You go into Jaws area, you got the Jaws music. But you would usually have like 50s music going in there. You go to Men in Black, and it's straight up. I think it's still the same soundtrack. How you doing, Bernie? Oh wait, oy vey. But people wanted the movie music, and I would tell them, and they would knock us down. Any complaint we made, they would actually come up with a reason why it wasn't going to be done. And I would say this, I would tell them, okay, so we're being rushed through. We have to rush all these people through. You want your counts up to a certain level, and that's fine. But when you're dealing with a show, you can't rush people through without losing show quality. And this is something I absolutely 100% believed the day I started, the day I end. And he flat out said, well, we need to get people through because our biggest complaints are that the long lines. That was it. Our long lines are the biggest complaints. You know what? They always will be. That's the whole thing. And that's something I always understood. The long lines will be the big complaint no matter what. So you might as well give them a show that blows their mind every time out. And you can't get rides. I get it. Push it as fast as you can. I get it, because rides are rides. And it's going to be the same experience over and over. But if you are deteriorating a show for capacity, that you're not doing the guests a good thing. Anyway,
it's Six Flags. They still play the Batman '89 Keaton music, while you're waiting in line, soundtrack and everything while you're going. And then the ride's probably like 30, 40 years old now. And it's all it is you pull it over, and it's like it hooks over, and then your legs hang, and then you hang down, and you go up and down and stuff. To me, that's probably my favorite ride, because it's the least scariest, because I don't like the other ones are crickety wooden, and it's in Illinois. I don't anything's going anything but the roads, as far as the money, because for those who don't realize is when you come from where I live, just north of Illinois, and you go into Illinois, you got to pay a toll, and then you got to pay another toll if you get somewhere else, and then you got to pay 2 more tolls to get back out. And then the roads are awesome until you get a certain part in Illinois, and then it's like, what happened to the roads? Oh, it went to the pockets of everybody else.
Right.
So, like I said, if anything, I've learned that I've become less and less person that goes to theme parks, because I didn't want to pay $6 for a freaking beer that I can get for $2 somewhere else, or cheaper on tap.
You don't have to pay for you don't have to drink beer when you're at a theme park, though. I
did, because it was awesome. I just turned 21. I was like,
what's up?
But I actually would go to this place called the Rainforest Cafe that was in Gurney Mills.
Yeah, we have one down here. We have a couple down here.
They got rid of the fish. The fish are gone.
Oh yeah,
in the Rainforest Cafe. There's no more fish in the aquariums. I'm like, did they kill the fish or somebody complained? I don't like the look of that fish.
If they were closed during COVID, they had to. Me and Elizabeth went to a pet store, and all the fish were dead. And we're like, wait, did you guys not take care of these while? It was just all of them were laying at the bottom of the tanks. It was disgusting to see. Let's move on to the final thing here.
The food. Talking about dead fish going on in the food.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes. Yes.
Fish. Talk about fish sticks now.
Yeah, of course I want to. What the hell do I have here? Oh, somebody wants me to be a subscriber to something to talk about. I hate it when you do that. When it's like, oh, we're gonna take. Oh, here's another picture of me and my cousin Chris. If you're there, still listening in. This is actually one he found. But this is a picture of me and my cousin. That's me right here.
You're mailing your other cousin.
No, that's my brother Jack.
Oh, so Jack's mailing your cousin.
And that's me. And this is my cousin Chris.
Jeez.
I told you I had that fine blonde hair for a while.
It's the Hanson brothers.
And there you go. England team never learned the lesson. The emperor's new clothes. All the adults are smart enough to keep their jobs and compliment the emperor. The kid was the dumb one. Basically, I guess so. Yeah, but man, they never changed a gosh darn thing. Although I did get some good free meals out of it. At least that much came from it. So there you go. But like I said, speaking as a fat guy, so the food for the flower garden has popped up. I hate it when they've got the picture small like this.
Is this also? Well, you can maximize your page by holding down Control and hitting the plus key. Okay, hold Control. You said, and the plus key. Yeah. Okay. How many people think that the old man's gonna mess this up? Well, I'll still be here. Look at that! Wow. Okay. I showed Breen this about a month ago because he was trying to read something, and he's like, "How do I do this?" And I'm like, move over. It's like was it Jay Fallon? Move over. That's SNL sketch. Oh, the IT guy. Yeah, we're all old men here. So the food for the flower and garden has come out. Excuse me, my bird left me a treat here. Okay, you done third one. Go away. No, go back to sleep and stop pooping. You're not allowed to poop ever again. He was so much cuter when he was brown, orange. Oh no, I like the green color. He didn't poop. He's a cutie. He's a cutie pie. He still has blonde hair, but it's in a box somewhere. It's in a time capsule. That's what I'm thinking. That's on a box. Where are you going? Where are you going? Time capsule. I'm gonna lose my hair soon, so I'm gonna put it in a time capsule. You stay right there, huh? Don't sass me. Bite him. All righty. So yeah, we've got the we've got the what am I trying to do here? Here it is. Screen share and show us the food that looks like plants. Well, that's the whole point. It is the flower and garden, but thankfully there's only one there's only one area that serves vegan food. Now, last time we went, me and Gail, and we do have this on a video where we review the Mexican restaurant. We went out there and I saw this. It's in a terrarium. It was called vegan pudding. And what they did was they had chocolate vegan pudding. And on top, it was matcha dust, which I'm a fan of Asian food. So I was looking forward to this. And they even had an edible flower there. So I take a bite of it. And I swear to gosh, it tasted like a stable smelled, like a horse stable, which I realized, wait a second, horse stables smell like horse shit. So basically, this is the flavor of horse shit. Excuse my language. Once again, we're on Disney. So I'm not eager to go to the vegan hut again. So I know they're going to have some stuff, but here you go. So first up, we have this right here. This is grilled baby vegetables with hummus, cream, and red pepper coulis, and some seared verlasso salmon with farro risotto and micro herbs. And I'll tell you what, I love hummus, and that looks great to me right there. The salmon looks good, but it's got onions. I would have to get rid of that element of it right there to enjoy it. Onions and everything. You're screwed. I know. I know this. I know this. Their seasoning is what kills you. The powder they put in everything for seasoning. That's at the Flavorful Kitchen. It's at the Future World West, which is at the front of the park. Then we go on over to the Sunshine Griddle at Future World East. I want food now. Thanks. Now look at this. Tell me what appeals to you on this. The Kraft melted cheese. Oh, I think that is baked potato. Which one? Oh, it went down. Okay. There we go. Which one appeals to you? The bottom left one. That looks like a egg. Yeah, that is actually a bit of it's kind of like a Benedict. This is avocado toast with melted cheese on it and tater tots, I think. Yeah. So the top one is avocado toast with marinated toy box tomatoes and fresh goat cheese.
Then you have shrimp and grits, blackened shrimp and cheddar cheese grits with a brown gravy and a sweet corn salsa. And that's this. That looks good too. But what you're talking about is a corned beef brisket hash with house-made potato barrels, onions, peppers, cheese curds, and a soft poached egg with Tabasco hollandaise.
No Tabasco, please. Hold that.
Oh, no way. I want the spice.
Yeah, that'll help you with the onion and cover the taste.
Well, I'm just gonna have to pick the onions out of this one because that looks good.
That's actually not an egg. That's a giant onion.
Yeah, right. I love me a good eggs Benedict, and these right here with the bacon on top of them are fried cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon. Yum.
I want
and you can for a drink you can get a Fruit Loops milkshake. So
speaking of Fruit Loops, did you see they're coming out with the cereal bars now? Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes.
They've had that kind of stuff out.
Granola bars. It's so weird.
All righty. No, now this looks good. This looks like a chicken pizza, and I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's a drink. I'm like, what's edible with that little guy?
This is the same. We got the Orange Bird sipper cup. This isn't just a sipper cup you can get.
Suck the life out of them.
Tupelo honey and sweet corn spoon bread with jalapenos, bacon, and house-made whipped butter. That's this right here. Okay, that looks good. Then it's a what do we got? Local wildflower honey mascarpone cheesecake with orange blossom honey whipped cream, whipped honey, crystallized honey, honeycomb, dehydrated honey, and fennel pollen. And that's this right here, the dessert. And then this is a chicken flatbread. That is so just lavender honey mustard marinated chicken flatbread with whipped honey ricotta cheese, marinated vegetables, and purple haze lavender goat cheese.
He's ready to go outside, sir.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Orange Bird.
Yep, there's the Orange Bird sipper cup. This is the Citra Blossom, and you got Meyer lemon poached lobster salad with grapefruit rose vinaigrette, yuzu marinated hearts of palm, and avocado. That is this right here, and that does look good. But then next up, you got the braised crispy pork belly with kumquat and carrot. That's this right here. That looks good too, man. Everything looks good to me here. Citrus shortcake, orange chiffon cake, lemon curds, marinated or mandarins, whipped cream, and citrus crumble. That's that cake right here. What does it for you? Anything?
Anything that doesn't have oranges on it.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
I'd rather have the orange by itself. It's like when you go to get Chinese food and they give orange chicken and they throw actual orange peel in there. So you go to grab that piece of chicken and it tastes like the peel because the peel is sitting on it.
Oh man, you're crazy, man. This is at the refreshment port, and it's got house-made Italian sausage, and these are a popsicle trio: honeydew, raspberry mint, and coconut lime. That's what right here. That's a popsicle. I'm not thrilled.
Probably get a push pop.
No. Next up is pineapple promenade, where you get a spicy hot dog with pineapple chutney, a mixed berry buttermilk cake, and a Dole Whip. Dole Whips are awesome, by the way.
It's a hot dog, guys.
To me, it's a hot dog. I agree.
The $4 hot dog with tons of sour cream.
I wish it was only $4.
How much is it?
I don't know, but
because you're paying with the drink, so it's probably $15.
There you go. Now we got some street corn. What's it going to be here? This is Trowel and Trella hosted by. Oh, this is the vegan area.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the grilled street corn with garlic spread. Then you got the Impossible sausage and kale soup. That's right here. So that means fake sausage and kale. And then you got Impossible ribs with cilantro lime rice. And that's this one. And then lavender pote de creme with with blueberry cake and pink peppercorn. And that's this. I wish I could say I'm excited for any of it. Maybe the corn. But I can't get too excited about corn, and I'm not trusting this anymore. And then we've got pineapple skewer with Tajin seasoning.
It's a banana on a stick.
It really does look that way, right? Next up from Germany, you have potato pancakes with house-made applesauce. And I guess that's this.
Yeah.
Really? Really? No.
No, that can't be it.
And then a potato pancake with caramelized ham, onions, and herb sour cream. Oh, hold on. Let me block the camera
off.
there, honey. Hey, honey. Yeah, we're talking about the food, so I don't even need the England. What do we got to? Vegetine. Oh no, man, that pudding was. Hey, Gail, you want to tell everybody your review of that vegan pudding?
Oh my god, it was like eating dirt.
It was horrible. Was it? Did it to you taste like horse poop smells?
Yes.
It really was not good. It was horrible. So
like dirt. It felt like dirt in your mouth too.
It's like having monolorgonite in your mouth. It just tastes good.
Maranya saying that Grit's plate looked a little too brown for her. And your kryptonite is onions. Mine are bell peppers. And I can't eat bell peppers either. That would make me sick. We actually found out because we were wondering why I was getting so tired all the time. We would have pizza or something like that. We found out garlic is in the onion family.
Yeah.
I love the flavor of garlic, but if I eat it, it makes me sick. It actually puts me to sleep. It drains me of all my energy is basically
so
what it
Gail
does.
knows how to this.
Oh yeah, Gail could poison me with food very easily. Yeah.
She didn't have to use the rice, and she just uses garlic.
Yeah, just if she wanted to Mickey me, she just here's a piece of pizza, extra garlic, and then I would eat it. I would go to sleep, and she has run of the TV. Think about that, because she knows I love the flavor of garlic. So
finally, I can watch non-horrible movies.
Yeah, no bull crap. She watches
because you're always putting those weird movies on for her, and then she's asking, "Why am I watching this?"
Because no, she's the one that loves the horror films. I like to watch make me laugh. I don't want to see people die every day.
Well, Gail laughs too. It's comedy.
And Gail also she loves crime procedure TV shows.
Dun, dun.
And I hate them because I can figure it out right away. And anyway,
in New York, they have
let's keep going here. Let's keep going. And then the next thing is a toasted pretzel bread topped with Black Forest ham, melted Gruyere cheese, and a warm cheese strudel with mixed berries. So that's what we got right here. That looks good, man. Come on, you gotta admit that looks good.
Without the berries, maybe.
Oh, you are out of your mind.
I'm a burger guy. I'm not into this fancy vegan weird stuff.
That's goodness gracious. Okay, we got 6 people left. I wanna vote here, ladies and gentlemen. Please, this right here, the strudel with the berries. Does it look good or no? Would you say get rid of the fruit or does the fruit stay? Let us know in the comments below.
I'm the guy. Just give me a burger or a steak, and they ask you, "What do you want next to your steak for a side dish?" Another steak.
Okay, so this is at the American. This is at the American Adventure. And what you got here, first you got the crawfish etouffee with andouille sausage, and that's this right here. This is some New Orleans food. Cajun-styled roasted oysters, and that's right here. That is awesome. And then we have house-made boudin 2 ways, which is kind of sausage right here. And then we have a pecan praline right here. A pecan praline cake.
With ice cream on top?
Well, probably not. It's whipped cream.
Oh.
Yeah. So none of this sounds or looks good to you?
No.
I would probably get the oysters. I'm not a big fan of pecan.
You had oysters before, and with Pixel, and you nearly died.
Well, that's because I drank the onion sauce. I tried to be funny, and I took the sauce and went, aha. And I went, there was onions, and that wasn't there.
Pixel's like, he kills over. I'm just kind of walking away.
And here you could get a Bayou cocktail, Bayou spiced rum, coconut rum, fruit punch, and Minute Maid. That actually sounds pretty good. All right, here you go. Now that's got to look good to you. That is a waffle cake with blueberries, big old pound of what looks like butter and whipped cream. I don't know. Mini funnel cake top with lemon cheesecake ice cream, blueberries, and powdered sugar. Are you telling me that doesn't seem good to you?
No.
Holy crap! You are.
I'm not a huge dessert person, man.
You're a communist.
I'm a normal person living in a world.
That strudel looks delicious. Keep the berries, says Maranya. There you go. Awesome. The grits look too brown to me. That could benefit from a few colorful flowers.
We actually lost a few viewers.
Gail watches crime procedurals to take notes. Next up, we go to Marrakesh or Morocco, And we have Moroccan seafood couscous with shrimp, mussels, olives, preserved lemons, and anchovy breadcrumbs. And that looks like it's this. That doesn't.
It might be the one on the left.
It said mussels. Yeah, it's this one right here. That actually doesn't look too bad.
Shrimp by itself with no. Yeah, I'd eat, but
you're not a big mussels fan.
I'm not into clams or in like just in oysters. And all. It just.
And then we get shashuka, which is Moroccan baked eggs and a spiced eggplant and tomato stew, and that's right here. I would try both of these, and here's a reason why. Anytime we went to the Moroccan restaurant, I've liked it. I have never hated something. There's been things where I liked it, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but I've never hated my trip to Morocco.
I like when they throw flowers on top of there, the wildflowers you catch on top of the soup.
Like this, yeah.
It's ragweed. Good for you.
Then we have an unshown lemon Magdalena cake with fig compote and sangria gel. If we could see it, otherwise it says it's plant-based, and I'm not trusting anything that way anymore.
And my beer company, Pink Hibiscus.
Oh, and these are from Morocco and France, I guess.
Oh.
Visually, how does that look to you?
I want to, well, I don't know what the green slop is, and I'm not a guacamole
curry. That's got to be curry, is what I'm thinking.
Is that roasted chicken on top of there or something? What is it? On the right.
The reason why I think it's curry is because I've had Indian curry before, and it's thicker than Asian curry.
I would starve in a third world country. I'm sorry. I need steaks, burgers.
It's lamb curry with sweet plantains and rice, and then we have sugarcane skewer shrimp with steamed rice. That looks like this. That's right beside it. It looks like the, and then we have a tropical mousse cup, layers of passion fruit cake, coconut mousse, and a tropical fruit glaze with fresh pineapple.
It's probably that one there.
That looks awesome. It really does. That sounds awesome too. Let's see. And then we go down to the next one, which is, this will be more traditional. Watermelon salad with pickled onions, feta and balsamic reduction. That's this. And then we have beef brisket burnt end smoked pork belly sliders with garlic sausage, chorizo, cheddar fondue, and house-made pickles. And that's this.
I would be going to the hot dog stand while you guys are doing this.
And then you have fried green tomatoes with blue crab fennel salad, remoulade, and smoked paprika oil. That's that. And this is a key lime tart. And do not disrespect my Florida key lime. I love key lime.
That's why it's in Florida.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's that? Is that a burger?
Yeah, it's a mini slider. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a smoked pork belly slider with burnt ends of brisket.
That's the best thing on the show you showed so far.
I love fried green tomatoes, so I would also get this right here to me.
Is that what it is? It just looks like people are just throwing whatever they want and then adding a little piece of grass top.
Marania's saying, give me shashuska every day of the week and twice on Sundays. And she's also saying that coconut is another kryptonite for me. Ban it. And Tillium saying the one on the right looks nice. Looks like a dessert. I guess that was up top. But all right, let's keep going here. And we're going to head on over to
more desserts.
Oh, yeah. Epcot's Farmer Feast. Okay, this looks vegetarian. No, there's meat there.
It's fake meat.
Maybe. Let's see what it is. Cheesecake on oatmeal raisin cookie butter with passion fruit mango compote, part of the rotating menu at Epcot's Farmers.
So just dump everything on and just eat the oatmeal raisin cookie.
Are you kidding me? Oh, you are out of your head. That looks awesome. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
I eat what I like. I don't eat what I don't like.
You don't try anything. I could tell already. I'm going to sound like
I've tried enough.
No, you haven't.
Try this. And then, every time my sister's like, my oldest, she's 11 years older than me. She's like, you got to try it. I try it. And 5 minutes later, I'm throwing it up because it just not agree with me.
Spring onion soup. Can't have it. Chris, I'm out. Duck confit with carrot puree, roasted root vegetables, rainbow chard, and duck juice. And that looks like that's what this is.
Why is there duck juice in there? I want to know. What is duck juice?
And,
tell me what duck juice is.
And this is called Off the Beaten Path. profiteroles with red beet mousse, golden beet pastry cream, and whipped goat cheese cream and candied walnuts. And that are these right here. So they made a dessert out of beets, which, by the way, are Jack's kryptonite. And this is from the cider show place. And it's got house-made potato and cheddar biscuits with salmon tartare. And then it's got a dark chocolate raspberry tart and whipped cream. Neither one of these appeal to me, in all honesty.
Maybe if I was, it was a dark, I didn't know what I was reaching for, I might take a bite out of it. But
well, I like salmon, but
I do, but I don't like it mixed with other things.
That I can see. Yeah, my guess is I'll bite into that and it'll be like onion filled. I'm not a big fan of chocolate tarts, but I guess I know I'm gonna have this because Gail's gonna make me, but because she's a chocoholic.
Ooh, what's that on the left?
On the left, I can tell you right now, those are scallops, and on the right, that looks like peaches. Now it's from Canada, so my guess is something maple.
He's probably some peaches over some brisket.
Seared scallops with French green beans, butter potatoes, brown butter vinaigrette. That's on the left. And on the right is beef tenderloin tips, mushroom bordelaise sauce with potatoes. That's unshown. And then we have griddled maple pound cake with warm peach capote and sweet corn gelato.
So 2, possibly 3 things I might eat from this, the whole entire list.
Wow. You are.
You know what? I'm saving money, though.
Here's maple popcorn milkshake. I would get that. All right. In Mexico, we have a tostada de conchita, and I probably said that so wrong. Braised pork on a crispy corn tortilla with a black bean, topped with pickled onions. I'm out. Mango habanero relish and oregano. That looks like this right here.
Tostada de cochinita.
Cochinita. Okay. Taco vampiro, braised beef on a corn tortilla with crispy grilled Monterey Jack. That's this right here. And salsa ranchera. And then you get a sopa de chorizo, plant-based ground chorizo on a fried corn dough with black beans. Yeah. That's this. Yeah, I'm out.
I was reading along with that, and I thought it said corn dog at first.
And then you go to China, and you have papa cakes, potato cake filled with shrimp and water chestnuts, served with house-made strawberry sauce. That's here. I would try.
Is it crab ragoon on the right?
What?
Oh, it looks like crab ragoon on the right.
Yeah, it is. House-made crab and cheese wontons. So
Neat.
there you go.
There you go. I can eat that.
And then they have a bonbon chicken skewer with sesame and peanut sauce. I've had those before. They're good.
The bubble tea, milk, and all that stuff. That's new, too popular now. I've seen this everywhere in the malls.
Moranya, as a Floridian, I have to apologize to you for Epcot because this happens every gosh darn time. But hold on just a sec. It looks more like takeaway food. It could be Soylent Green. The tart looks really good, though. I prefer milk to dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate, but I'm just I'm not a big chocolate fan. I can eat it, but if I eat chocolate, I like them on both sides. I like either the dark chocolate or the white chocolate. The milk chocolate doesn't do anything for me. Well,
dark's supposed to be healthier for you, I guess, but the milk tastes better to me. It's not as bitter.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I like bolder flavors. They could because I drink hot sauce. Yeah,
you say that, but then you say like the other one tastes like horse crap. It's too bold for you.
Oh my gosh, yes, I do not like the bold flavor of horse. No, that's too far. Yeah. Never have I once said, this horse shit is good, but it needs to be darker. I prefer the darker horse than the lighter horse.
The milk chocolate's better.
After it's been sitting in the sun and it turns white, it just loses all flavor. This is the first time these words have ever actually left my mouth.
It's better when it's liquefied. It goes down easier.
Yeah. China's another set of dishes I'd try, says Maranya. Now, once again, Maranya, I know you're Italian. I apologize for Epcot because they do this every damn time. This is their offerings. This is what they get at Italy.
Hey, that's my people right there. I like that.
Now look, you know what? I do. I like pizza just like the next guy. And I I like a good cannoli, but
it is. It's for Americans who don't want to eat that weird stuff.
It's so average. I can get the same thing at freaking Hungry Howie's and Publix of all
You could
things.
probably get the same stuff that they have at Disney here. Make it yourself at home.
It's a Marguerite rustic Italian flatbread with tomato sauce and mozzarella. Somewhere there's a sweet sausage fried risotto ball with pomodoro sauce, and this is, of course, the cannoli. It's a cannoli. That's it. All righty, let's go to more interesting stuff like Japan, where they have a frushi, strawberry, pineapple, and cantaloupe wrapped in sweet rice and pink soy, served with whipped cream, drizzled berry sauce, and toasted coconut. That's right here, and that looks awesome. I would have that, yes. That might not be what I'm looking at. But shrimp and crab and spicy mayonnaise, well, nope, that's what I'm looking at. Shrimp and crab, shrimp and crab, spicy mayonnaise, and cucumbers finished with creamy and avocado and violet sauce. That's this. And this right here looks like it's the, no, it's a soy glazed pork shank with truffle mashed potatoes, crispy lotus flower, garlic chips, and green onion. Leave off those green onions, which it looks like I can pick them off, and you got something that looks good.
But there was another thing in there too. You know, like it's the garlic chips.
No, I love the garlic chips. I love the flavor of garlic. It just it'll have to be the last thing I eat for the night, and Gil will drive home.
Okay, it's a frog square. They kill Kermit.
Yeah. Now we're in France, and we go to the
Frog legs.
What is this? Goat cheese tart with caramelized onions. That's this, which I will not be getting. And then it's the what is it? Braised duck confit, l'orange, and the Parisian gnocchi, I think Gail said it was pronounced. And that's this.
It's pig's feet.
And then you have the large chocolate macaroon lollipop. That looks good. I would get that. And then the beignet filled with vanilla cream and glazed with caramel fleur de sel. So that's that right there. Yeah, that stuff looks good. And then you got all the Joffrey drinks. It looks like we're done. So there you go. That's what's offered up. There's about 100 things I saw that I would like there, man.
I don't know. 4.
I know, but hey, fat guy.
I'd be like, is it an A&W over there? Sweet, I'm going.
I'm gonna get me a chili dog. You enjoy that there fancy food.
I paid $2 for this. You paid $5 for that crap.
I don't need any of that fancified French ass crap. Just give me something that's hot.
My thing is,
make sure there's plenty of it.
My thing is, why in Florida do they not have any like alligator meat?
Oh, actually, we do. I can send you some.
Isn't it illegal to kill the poach it?
Yeah. Do you want some alligator jerky? I'll send you some.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised they don't have that like in Disney World.
They sell it on the street. I mean, it is literally street food here in Florida.
This is alligator skin style.
You'll see an alligator. It's hanging upside down. A guy's shaving it off and handing it to people by the pound.
He's got electric buzzer. He's just going.
No, I'm kidding you. That does not happen.
Well, still.
No, but you can. But literally, there are people on the side of the road. Come and get flowers and alligator jerky. So
that's scary when you get like parts of Georgia. There's always the guys at McDonald's are like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Wants up your car." He's like, "Hey, you want some alligator jerky?"
Yeah, if you want, I'll send you some.
I'm good.
I'll throw a couple of it, and I'll tell you what, I'll find you some alligator jerky, and I'll
you know what I'm saying?
Comics.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you those beef and cheese Slim Jims. If they had those cheese sticks in them.
I've had those. They're disgustingly bad. They're not good. I don't like any of the Slim Jims that are partnered with anything. Like I'm a guy. I like a good Slim Jim, man. My preferred is the Tabasco Slim Jim, but anytime they pair it with anything or they flavor it, it's always wrong. It's like, oh, this is pickle flavored Slim Jim. I've had it. It's disgusting.
Right? I was like, send me some alligator package.
Marania's saying I'll take some alligator jerky in my comic care package. Yeah, I'll send you some. But here's the thing: I want you to try it live when we're on a show at some point. Yeah, it tastes like jerky, man. It's serious. I actually went, is this real? Is this alligator? Or is this just bullshit? You put a piece of beef jerky in there and call it alligator jerky.
This is alligator. This is people.
Yeah, why not? Let's have fun with it, right?
Wrong turn, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Nah, it's a good time though, and me and Gail are gonna go on Monday. She's expecting a payout coming up here, so
Instead of buying comics for the auction, I'm buying all the jerky I can.
oh no, yeah, no, I've got that's where my money's going to. But Gail's saying we might come into some, so she wants to go out to the Flower and Garden Festival along with the food booths they have, and I'll put up the pictures here. I'll put up a video and all that kind of stuff. But they have these really cool topiaries where they cut the plants and they wire them to make them look like Bambi and Thumper and all that stuff. So it's really nice. We like going out there. Epcot is our favorite park of the Disney parks. I'm getting over Disney a little bit just because of the mask thing. It seems like they're becoming more draconian as the rest of the world is realizing it's okay to open up.
I saw an article in the of all places the Landel Sentinel, no, or what do you call it? And I'm thinking that's probably no different than mine, where they just make up crap and put it in there.
Well, the Orlando Sentinel is very far left. They went off the boards to me.
They said that at the Disney World, if it was this month or the previous month, someone was asked to put their mask on. He went up to intimidated some female coworker who was yelling, screaming at her. And her one of our other cookers came up, and the guy, he's like, I'm a guest here, I don't wear a mask, and he spit on the guard, just shot a loogie.
And he should go to jail for it.
I'm thinking if that happened, like he's probably in jail. And
I had a guest or I had an employee approach me, like he was walking towards me because I don't wear masks outside. Now, once we get into Disney property, or in order to get into Disney property, I understand it's their rules, it's their park, it's their rules. But if I'm in the parking lot, I don't wear a mask. As I'm approaching, I will put on my mask and I'll go in. No problem. I do all the time. Yeah. So I'm walking through the parking lot. A guy told me, "Oh, I'm sorry. We are asking now that everybody wears their mask." No, he didn't say it like that. He goes, anytime you're on any kind of Disney property, you need to wear a mask. I said, oh, okay. And I reach in and I pull out. Now it's one of these, this is when it all first started opening.
Yeah, right? The little blue ones with the strings.
And I had a Disney mask. And the first mask Disney put out were, they were tight and they were, you couldn't really breathe through them. So I'm stretching it so it actually fit my face. And I'm doing this. I said, no worries, man. And I'm doing this. And he goes, you need to put on your mask. And I don't fucking do that to me. And I say, God damn it. What the freaking hell is up with Disney anymore that you're going to? And he starts walking towards me angrily. And I thought, okay, so I'm going to lose my annual pass. Gail's going to lose her job.
I start filming this. That's what I do.
But I did say this to him. I did say, you're walking towards me angrily. What is your game, sir? Because my whole thought, if somebody walks towards you in a certain manner, they're planning on fighting you.
Yep.
So I actually looked at him. And this is, by the way, this kid could have trounced me. I mean, there's no doubt. He was big enough that he would have. And I haven't exercised enough recently, so I have no endurance. Like a year and a half ago or a year ago, maybe I would have been a problem to this kid when I was actually working out and taking care of myself. But at this point, well, actually, it was about a year ago. So about a year and a half ago, maybe I would have been. This kid could have wiped the dirt with me. He could have done me like Sin City, grabbed me by the jaw and dragged me in his car.
You know why that is? Because you're wearing the mask. You're breathing all the carbon dioxide. It makes you weaker.
But the thing is, he was walking towards me angrily. So I did. I looked at him and said, what is your end game walking towards me like that? And he stopped. And I said, what's ticking me off is I've been here before. And what's gone by the wayside, and this is true of Disney. I've seen it, and it's still true.
The policy, they're ignoring it for the family.
The guest service has fallen. The guest service is gone. It is so bad. If you go to Disney, guest service should be number one. Go to Universal. I'll guarantee you. I haven't been. Now, so once again, tinfoil hat, because I cannot back this up personally, but I've heard stories, and I know personally when I worked there, Go to Universal, even with the masks, everything. I will bet you 100% Universal is kinder to their guests than Disney is, and Disney has become mean about it. And I told them, I said, I'm tired, and I'm tired of Disney not paying attention to the guest service. You need us to wear masks, fine. Then freaking talk to us. Don't yell at us. And I know this kid can't do shit, but at least maybe this kid's going to treat the next guy a little bit better. And I've got this here to voice everything. So at least I've got that to say. And I understand. I don't have I've never been able to grow this channel. This is just something for me to talk about.
I'm just saying, I can't wait till Veritas actually goes undercover into Disney World and and people start saying like,
well, one thing I absolutely know will never happen, even if I get big, I'm not going to become like Tim Tracker. I'm not going to become Disney Food Blog, and I won't become the Diz Unplugged. They say, now I don't understand how it happens with Diz Unplugged, but they usually bow to the mouse if something is bad. And I've seen this with Tim Tracker, and I actually enjoyed his videos for a while. But I realized they get free stuff, and their reviews have changed because of it. And here's the thing: if Disney offered me free stuff, freaking hell yeah, I would take it. But one thing I've always considered my responsibility is to the people who are watching. So if Disney puts out something that sucks, if Disney is doing something bad, it's my responsibility to say it sucks and they're doing bad. I watched a Tim Tracker video where they were trying out some food. Tim took a bite, and his face, you could tell he didn't like it. But he goes, "Huh, that was still pretty good." And all he did was talk about what was bad about it, and then he goes, "But it's still pretty good." Yeah, okay.
That being said, if Disney World wants to send me free stuff, I'll gladly accept it.
Yeah, like I said, hey, I've got a price. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've told everybody. But
$1.
Certain things I can't do. If you put out a bad food product, I can't tell everybody it's good. Look, one of my favorite things that Disney ever did, it was a Peter Pan float. It's Sprite. It had lime ice cream. There was a piece of chocolate they made it look like it was Peter Pan's hat. Delicious. Melts like that. It was made to have its picture taken. That's all. Now, I think it's delicious because what ends up happening is in 3 seconds, that ice cream melts into the Sprite. You stir it around. You've got yourself a lime sherbet cream sort of thing. Tastes great. I don't know if you've ever just put sherbet and Sprite together. It's a really beautiful combination.
This comes from the guy who says I had Sprite with peanuts.
Oh yeah. When my granddad, I've had Sprite with peanuts quite a bit. I like it because what ends up happening is the salt kind of goes into the Sprite. Yeah, it's pretty good. You are so screwed up.
Just drink Diet Sprite then. You got the salt already in there.
But no, the one thing that Disney also does, which is ridiculous, is they will make food that doesn't even make sense, but it looks good. So the Instagrammers come out and they go, "Hey, I got my picture with this. I'm an influencer." And sometimes they get this crap for free. Well, here comes me, never going to get anything for free. The worst of them, it was a Maleficent ice cream. And it was that St. Green Lime ice cream, but this time it had dark chocolate horns and it had a chocolate cone. Do you know what doesn't go together, ladies and gentlemen? Lime and chocolate. I bit into that. It's like, oh my God. So they do
it's
these.
So good.
Oh, that was beautiful. Every time I see people do that, it reminds me of a Lucy thing. It was called Vitametagene or something like that. And she pours it. It's tasty too. Yeah, and her face crunches up. And that's how I felt. I was like, no, this is not going on.
You started to cry because you're just like, I'm so happy.
The only thing I've done that's with the crowd is that Morocco has a penis wall at Epcot.
Don't say it again. Let's keep going.
Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. Epcot.
Am I the only one? If you heard what I heard, I think he said, press 1.
By the way, me and Tim Lim, I got him his picture near the penis wall. I've got a picture near the penis wall. Everybody who goes to Epcot tries to get a picture near the penis wall. Okay, you guys ready? Do you think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? Ladies and gentlemen, the Epcot penis wall. It's in Morocco at Epcot. Yeah, so yes, it does exist. That's the only thing that I've actually fallen into, the everybody's doing it kind of thing. So yeah, I had to.
Oh, you also get those Lion King burgers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did do. Well, that's a new food item. I do go out and try the new food items. That Lion King burger sucked. It was horrible.
It's great.
Vitamita Vegemin. Thank you.
Gail, give me the Pepto-Bismol quick.
Yeah. Okay. So the Lion King burger, and the video is here. By all means, please check it out. Me and my mom went out and tried that. It was a hamburger, but the condiments were bugs, jelly, like little gummy bugs. So you would have a black spider that tasted like balsamic vinegar, and you would have like a green worm, and it was like some sort of I think it was supposed to taste like relish or something like this. So it was more of an experience. Like, okay, I tried it, but it wasn't a pleasant experience.
So it's a burger with gummy worms on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's gross.
Yeah, like I said, I know it's I know I have it here somewhere.
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
Yeah.
Ain't no passing craze, means no worries.
That warthog was just harassed the whole entire time. You realize that they need to take it out of there. I'm offended by that scene. The whole Timon and Pumbaa. So Timon was a bully. He was only with Pumbaa because Pumbaa was size. He's angry because he used him as an advantage.
Ah.
Hear that, Disney? I'll never watch that movie ever again.
What?
And I refuse to watch the live version of it too.
Oh, that's actually a smart thing. The live version of Lion King is horrible.
Lion King and a half, much better.
Okay, I like this is on my phone, by the way. I like Moron was like, I try to watch your videos, but it's shaky cam. Anytime I had my phone, it was horrible. Oh, you're so right.
It's on a drone.
Here it is.
Straight.
Now, of course, you'll get there. That's what it looks like. All the tomatoes here, you see the gummy the gummy worms and all that kind of stuff. All of those, there's nothing that's actual vegetable, like except for it's in gummy form.
That burger is a vegetable too. Oh.
Well, if you also notice, we had to get this one sent back because they left the onions on it.
Oh, the brown thing. Oh god. Okay.
The onions are right here.
Oh, right there. Oh,
yeah.
I always send it back because it looks like black licorice. And I know, thank you.
Let me see if we. Yeah, here you go. I picked up the burger right here, so we get a better shot. But that's what it looked like. See how the gummy worms were supposed to taste like tomato. Whatever these are, the gummy green things were supposed to taste like relish, and then you had the balsamic vinegar. Yeah, and it was not the best thing. The best thing actually was this. You could get all sorts of different sauces for your fries. So go figure. But the French fries should never be the hero of a hamburger dish. That's
the one you want with your mom, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too with my mom. I wish I could do more. My mother wouldn't get out of the house very much, and she went into a depression, and she ate herself sick because she used it as a stress mechanism. My dad had a cancer scare, and she used food and so one of the things I loved is I got her out of the house by going to Disney. And yes, we would go and we would try the burger or we would try the chicken, but still she would get out, she would move around, she would have a great time. I loved going to the parks with my mom. It was a lot of fun. I'm very happy to have my wife back. I know that sounds.
Mirani's agreeing with me. Pumbaa was a tactical weapon for Timon. Let's be honest.
That's true. That's true. Gail and I used to go to theme parks all the time, and yeah, we had our separation. I'm so glad we're back for so many reasons, and I'm glad to have my theme park buddy back. except for Gail is so afraid to try new things. It's ridiculous. She's done. We went out. She's gonna kill me for telling this story.
She's gonna survive longer than you.
Probably. We went to SeaWorld, and the video's here also. I don't have the video of her throwing up, but we went to a new restaurant at the time. It was open. It was out by their new water ride. And I figured we got these bracelets that gives you a free meal every hour. So I said, why don't we go? And every hour we'll try a new menu, and we'll just all we'll do is review this restaurant all day, and then we'll put that video out. So we have the spicy pork, we have the ribs, we have the steak that they've got there, and we decide to go into the Arctic where we can see polar bears and beluga whale and all sorts of stuff. And Gail, hi, I wasn't talking about you at all. What are you talking about? Come on in, hun.
Singing about the baby beluga song. That's what we're singing about.
And Gail loved the beluga whale, and nothing untoward's happened to her. No, seriously, we had all of this food, and it's basically Puerto Rican food. And so we're going to the Arctic, and you can get in two ways. One, you just walk in. Two, you can ride a motion ride. It's one of those simulator rides. Mm-hmm. And and you're on a helicopter and you're flying through the Arctic and everything, and you go over the animals that you're about to see. And we're shaking around, and Gail goes, "Ooh, I'm starting not to feel good." And I went, "Yeah, that happens to me, but usually I can last through it." And Gail goes, "Oh no, Poopy." She calls me Poopy sometimes. She goes, "Oh no, Poopy." And I said, "What?" And she goes, "Hmm." And being the good, sensitive husband I am, I turned her head and pushed her away from me. And she blasted the entire attraction, just bloom. So now she doesn't try rides, and now she barely tries new food. So glad I could share that with you guys.
Yeah, that was a great day.
Wasn't it though?
Too bad you weren't at a shark exhibit. They would love the chum.
Yeah. Oh, it was kind of embarrassing because we did have to go to the kid that was outside and we said, "Can
the kid that got blasted?"
No. It's just unfortunately we might have made the right. You can't use that car for a while because you have what we call a protein spill. By the way, if you might hear, like if you're at Universal, you'll hear, "Oh, we have a." What was it? I think Disney is code 5, and I want to say Universal. It used to be I think it was code 11 or something like that. So if you're ever at Disney, if you're ever at Universal and you hear either code 5 or code 11, that means somebody lost their lunch on the attraction.
Surprisingly, they weren't mad.
No, they were understandable. We needed to get her some water and all that.
Guys, again, we just cleaned that one.
Yeah.
We'll leave it for the next ride.
It's probably, we get that all the time. I don't know. We are so off track from the Dr. Seuss thing, but that's okay.
It's all right. We went from talking about horse manure to
horse manure,
and throwing up.
That's horse manure flavored pudding. And
so eating yummy foods to throwing up.
Yeah. We're looking at the flower and garden stuff. Now, oh, by the way, hun, at Epcot, they've got this card. It's, how they have that go around, you can find Remy and all that kind of stuff. Well, in this case, it is, if you try certain things at certain booths, you can get a free Dole Whip. Now, Dole Whips are really good. But one of the things on it is the vegetarian ribs at the vegetarian booth.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if I want to try any vegetarian stuff. Yeah. I mean, I tried their vegetarian chili. It's fine. But you know what? Chili can be good without meat. It really can. But, I don't think I'm going to be trying this. I don't know. Anyway, gang, I think I have regaled you with enough silly and stupid stories.
Regaled?
Hey, because my wife's name is Gail. Hey, here's something positive I did say, honey. I did say I'm very, very lucky and happy to have you back, and I'm having fun going to the theme parks again with you. That's a good thing,
Because
right?
his mom abandoned him.
Yeah, you like going to the theme parks with me, don't you?
Most of the time.
You like throwing things at him on camera, right?
Whoa, hold on, wait. What do you mean most of the time?
Because you talk to people.
I talk to people. I'm a social guy.
Wait. Is it the opposite? Usually the wife talks in a 3-hour conversation, the husband's waiting to go. It's him talking to somebody and she wants to leave?
Shut up, Venkman.
Well, sometimes all you do is talk nonstop. And I'm like, oh my God.
Are you guys hearing this? This is the respect I get.
At least you're a YouTuber.
Move on to the next attraction. You're over talking.
He thought, back in my day, I used to work on this ride.
Tell them stupid stuff like I spilled candy all over the floor and all sorts of dumb stuff like that.
Did you spill candy all over the floor?
No.
That was not scientifically proven that you hadn't. Okay. No, Gail's right. I can strike up a conversation with almost anybody. There have been times also like some kid comes over and he spilled some candy. We were at SeaWorld for this one also. And this kid was, we were at the candy store and it's by the pound. And this kid just spilled it all over the floor. And the kid ran off and it's just us. And I went, she did it.
I can see when you get to reach like your mid 80s or just your 80s, you're just gonna be like, just start talking to random people at the grocery store, and Gail's like, "Where's Gail?" She's in the car.
Well, I do, yeah, and I do tell jokes about her sometimes like that. Like we'll go and we'll sit down to a restaurant and they'll ask, because I always mark allergies, right? So I haven't tried this, but I will in the next restaurant we go to. I promise, guys, and I'll film it. But they'll sit down. They go, okay, so we have an allergy, and I'll go, yeah, she can only eat clear foods, and that'll be kind of the thing that I do to her. So everybody looks and goes, really, and waiting for it. She's like, no.
You know what I do? I just start creating like a list to hand to people. It's like, what you're allergic to, just hand it to them. Go.
Yeah. She wants the chili, but can we get it without tomato sauce? That kind of stuff. And it's just to see the look on people's face because I say something ridiculous and she's like, oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Yeah. Is there any way that I can get
the green beans, but not green though? A little less green.
Yeah. Can we get a Coke and rum, but hold the Coke and rum? That's, you want a glass of ice? That kind of stuff. Just one time she was on her phone. We were at the Cat in the Hat ride out at Universal and she's on her phone. And she's kind of going slow. So they go, how many? I go, 1. And I walked through. And so when they came up, they stopped her and all that kind of stuff. It's just silly stuff. It really is. It was
really funny, wasn't it? Right, Gail? That was funny when he did that.
Yeah, that was funny, right?
Oh, hilarious.
Thank you. She thought it was hilarious. And I appreciate her for that.
Too, and got my own car.
Yeah, I know, right? That would have been fine. But yeah, I do like to play practical jokes on my wife sometimes. But here's the thing. Here's the time that it was not a joke. And I forever hear about it. Gail will not let, you want to tell her? You want to tell them why you're mad that I talk to people?
I didn't get to see the baby gorilla.
Did you hear that? We went to Animal Kingdom. There was a baby gorilla just born. And the plan was to go see the baby gorilla. And we went, and I'm talking and I'm joking with everybody we see and all that kind of stuff. Like there'll be people to talk about the animals. And Gail just wants to go see that baby gorilla. And by the time we got there, it was time for them to go in, and the park was shut down. And then
they had just brought her back to put her to bed.
Yep.
Why didn't she just leave you?
Would have seen her.
I would have booked.
You wouldn't have been talking so much.
Ask that question again so she can hear it.
Why didn't you just leave him, ditch him there? Let him talk to you. And he could call you on a cell phone.
I know, right?
Where are you? I'm over here.
I'm at the baby gorilla. Yeah. Yeah, but the bad thing about that was right after the baby gorilla incident, it was COVID. So she completely missed the baby gorilla.
During COVID.
still a baby, but she was. I mean, she was just born.
Yeah, she wanted to see it as it was just born. So
Coming around to the mother.
Basically, yeah. So now we've seen the baby giraffes, right? You were there for the baby giraffes. At least you got that. Yeah. And right now they've got a baby rhino out there that I would love to get out to see because they're cute. You know, why not? I like the safaris and all that kind of stuff. So, but Gail said the safari last time made her motion sick, so I don't know if I'll be able to get her on it. Hopefully, I will. I think we just need to get you some Dramamine so you can enjoy.
It works better when it's not sinking.
Yeah. But no, it's a good time. It's a good time, and I like having Gail out there, even though sometimes she wants to kill me for most of the stuff that we do. No.
The thing is that she probably will never lift a finger, and you'll just do it yourself. You'll be eating the garlic chips.
Right, yeah.
You'll fall asleep while driving.
At least we know now that it's the garlic that drains me and everything. So I don't know.
Is it though? Garlic's a nice cover.
Yeah.
If I want you to be quiet, I just need to pull out some garlic.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I've got garlic flavored whatever because I will eat
the
it.
Garlic at your head.
I will eat it. I'm a dumbass like that. I'm a dumbass in many ways, I'm sure, but that's one sure way. No, we're gonna go to Epcot on Monday, so we're gonna give some of these things a try, and I'm sure Gail's gonna take me on all the same rides she likes to go on. I can't pick any of the rides. That's true.
Again, you can't go on your own rides by yourself.
People that too.
She makes me go wherever she wants. We ride Frozen like 5 times in a row because she loves the song.
You told somebody that one time. You were like, I asked her if I could go on it, and she said no. With a straight face, and I'm like, come on, Aaron.
That's true. Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, have you tried this? I love this ride. No, my wife won't let me on it. Oh, and if you
just look at me. Like, oh my god.
They do. Like, really? Why wouldn't you let this man go on it? Yeah,
it's probably a bunch of like early kids in their early 20s, late teens.
Yeah, usually it is. Occasionally, like if sometimes we're at a restaurant, we'll get in. Like if it's an older lady, they don't care. They'll say, "Well, even if I joke, well, my wife makes me wear a gimp costume whenever we go around." The older lady will go, "Yeah, you got to keep them in line, right, honey?" And they'll high five each other. But if it's somebody younger, they always look at her a little bit like, "What?" Yeah. So
you get worried when the young kid's like, "How much did you pay for it? Where did you buy it from?"
Yeah, if I told an older lady, like if Marania's our waitress, and I said, yeah, Gail keeps a cattle prod. Yeah, like she doesn't know. If Gail has a cattle prod and she keeps hitting me with it every time we go, oh yeah, you got to keep that husband in. Yeah, it'll be just like
I like that segue. If I tell an older lady like Marania. When Ronnie says go,
Rania,
won't be saying go.
If you have, I was meaning like around her age and such. If you don't know that she's okay, so apparently I stuck my foot in my mouth again. Hey, get him off your purse. Alrighty. So apparently I did very well for Christmas this time around. Gail had a purse and it was getting eaten by the bird. The bird will climb on it and he'll devour it. Turns out this purse that I got her is from a really good. Yeah, hand it over. Let me show.
It's actually Angleton's purse. He just says it's Gail.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, happy with it.
But yeah,
it's a Disney purse.
I did not know, but I got her this Disney purse.
I knew it was a Disney purse, really.
Yes, it is, with all the Fab Five and everything. But what's the company from? Loungefly, which I don't know what a freaking Loungefly is. But I mean, you tell me what a Loungefly is. It's from somebody who hangs around a bar all the time.
Yeah, it's like the lounge lizard, but the fly survived the lizard.
But apparently this is a good purse. So every time she goes out, someone's like, "Oh my gosh, I love your Loungefly purse." But the thing is that I got her this because Twiddles was chewing the handle off of her last purse. So we try to keep them off this new one. And hello to Almighty Jack.
We finally went back up to 6 after you insulted Camarania.
What? Oh yeah, I noticed that too. We had 7 and we dropped to 6. So I was.
But then, but then we went back up after we were at 5. Now we're up to 7. Now we get after we insult Morania.
I think the peak was when we were talking about Moroccan penis walls. That was the peak of the conversation.
Horses, penis walls.
You've seen the Moroccan penis wall. You know it exists.
Yeah, because you got to go there every single time. Yeah, take a photo.
Yeah. No, Gail. Well, I need you to hug it, but just use the 2 hands. Okay.
We lost a viewer now.
The homegrown tourist will be down for a short amount of time while I'm recuperating from wounds caused by whatever Gail's about to do to me.
My husband and I alternate as to who's the chattier one. He is more often than not the chattier one.
Yeah, that happens with us as well. The thing is, and I told Gail this, I needed her in my life. I needed Gail in my life. Gail needed me in her life.
Wait. So if Angleton's in the naughty corner, there can't be more than one person, right? So I can get away with saying something. The
reason being is Gail is actually a very quiet person. I think Gail, I think because Gail has had somebody like me in her life, she's tried a lot of stuff that I don't think that she would have if she didn't have somebody like me. So I think in that way I've been good for my wife. I'm not arrested or dead, and in that way I think my wife's been very good for me. And you could, if my cousin is here, he can back this up. My life has a way of becoming a Lucille Ball skit. It really does. It's crazy. Like, well, no, it does. I don't even have to actively try anything. That's
bad.
You know how some people he fell ass backwards into a whole bunch of money. I sometimes fall ass backwards into some sort of chaos. It just happens.
Are you Mr. Bean?
Sometimes it seems like that, except for I'm more vocal and verbal. My cousin, when we were kids, we're best friends. We hung around everywhere all the time. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like, looking back on this, I always wondered if he was just like, this is the greatest fucking show I could ever have. It's like watching the guy picking up a fork, and right next to him it said there's a sign that says don't stick the fork in the electrical socket, and just having my cousin look at me knowing that he's thinking he's gonna do it. You get a 3, 2, you know, that's the relationship. I always wondered if that was the case. But it could also be something also. We had both my cousin and I, we had a friend named Tim, and everybody would talk about how my friend Tim would get drunk and do these crazy things. And I would always point out that I was doing the same crazy things, but stone cold sober. So, yeah. And that was
it's a Florida man thing.
It may be.
I tell you, Morania, when we're talking, we were going up all these different articles. It only happens in Florida.
It may be, but you know what? It's a good time. It really is.
My favorite is when the meme about the old lady driving is like, look at all those deer on the road. And he's like, the dog's like, those are people. You're on a sidewalk.
But it's a lot of fun. I mean, we live in theme park land. And
yeah, you guys are the Sims.
My cousin's been working out at Universal now. It has to be going on about 20 years at this point, right? I worked at Disney for a long time. I worked in the movie theaters for a long time. I worked at Universal for a long time. It's always been a strange existence because it's almost like we're always we live our lives in vacation land. We live our lives where other people go to rest. We work, and we are, and it's kind of a strange thing. You it's very easy to brush this off. When I worked there at Disney, Michael Eisner once said that you could train a monkey to do my job. You could train, but the thing is, I always maybe it's in my own head. I kind of elevated it a bit because I said, no, You can't, because we can make people's vacations better. When I was at Twister, I would have these kids come in. They're scared out of their gourd. And I would show them the backstage, and I would show them how it works. And all of a sudden, these kids aren't scared anymore. And the parents would come back and they would say, we were able to get on stuff. Before we came to you, we were not able to get on stuff. Our kid was too scared. And when you could do that, it kind of feels good. So, you know, we live in that world. Chris is in more merchandise. I don't know how much he has directly with people, but he's providing the stuff that people take home as their little keepsakes and so forth. And
I have disagree with Iser too. There's no way they could train you to do his job.
What, do Michael Eisner's job?
Yeah,
look,
no, they said he get a monkey to do it. There's no way you'd be able to do it.
Right. Look, hey, here's the thing. Michael Eisner was a douchebag. He was a dick and a half. That being said, he saved Disney. He did. Disney was falling and he came around. Hey, now monkeys make my vacations better. Let's see. They taste like garlic chips, but they're garlic flavored onion chips. Yucca. That's horrible. That is horrible.
Ash and I were looking at the most grossest, weirdest candy, and it was an onion flavored cheese, like, you know, some kind of like candy they had from Germany. I was like,
I'll tell you what, we're going to be doing. I'll start doing this on this channel just for the show and the fun of it. Living in Vacation Land, you can find some strange foods. I know at the Mummy, they've got vinegar and salt flavored crickets. And they have vinegar and salt flavored, or they have other flavored bugs and all that kind of stuff.
They had ants too. Ants. They were dead ants. And they were inside like this candy wax thing. And
yep. We've got all that kind of stuff. I'll pick the weird, you know, and I'll bring it home. We'll do that.
The grossest one Ash guys came across was they had a shaped like an ear, and then you give it a little Q-tip, and you're supposed to scoop the wax out and eat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to have really interesting candies at the Harry Potter area, but none of it tasted good. It wasn't really all that great. To tell you.
If you guys want to can find these, you know, the Jelly Belly had those ones you get like, you know, you get all these different colors, and be one that tastes like horrible, and they list the horrible flavors on there.
It's from Harry Potter. It's got what, Bertie Bott's any flavored bean or something.
Yeah. And you can afford it. You get a couple that taste good, and there's always be one in there that tastes horrible. So if you can find those, mix them with your friends' jelly beans. They won't even notice that.
Yeah, well, that's a line in the book where he goes, the last time I tried this, it was like grass or something like this. Maybe I'll get lucky this time. And he pops in and goes, alas, earwax. You know, so just to tell you, it was another bad bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skunk flavor, or like the other one. Yeah, one other one was like dirty diaper.
I got a bogey flavored one once. Oh, hey, honey, let's watch Harry Potter movies. We haven't seen that in a long time. But yeah, I dig the Bertie Bott's. If you want an experience, I know you're not supposed to do this with them. Get a handful. Just toss it in. Trust me. It's good. It will be very strange, to say the least. Because I have done that before. I was like, okay, wait. Yeah, because try it one at a time, or do you want to? You know, I threw a whole bunch in my mouth. It was like motor oil gave birth to a freaking strawberry. It was not a.
You know, and I hate to say this, one of these days, Disney might actually foreclose. And I'm not saying that they will, but obviously one of these days, if they ever did it, though, I can only imagine having like a ghost park, ghost land, empty for like 20 years. It's sitting there empty, and nobody builds on it. It just sits there empty. That would be something cool to sneak into.
I don't know if they will, in all honesty. Disney, and Almighty Jack saying maybe the world would have been better if Disney went under for real. Look, my town kind of needs Disney. It is the largest employer. I get it. And I understand the Mulan thing was ridiculous. The fact that they're like, hey, thank you, you Uyghur killing mother, you know. So Disney's at one hand, they're thanking China in the city that actually is sending Uyghurs to concentration camps. At the same time, they're telling us you might not want to watch Dumbo because that the crows are voiced by black people at the end.
Content warnings on Muppets for being racist.
Yeah, the Muppets, they do an Indian thing, but thank you, Uyghur Town. Okay.
As long as Warner Brothers keeps Bugs Bunny wearing like the little fruit dress and doing the little dance.
Peter Pan goes, "What makes the red man red?" But you know, hey, I'm down with the CCP. It's ridiculousness.
You know me.
There you go. You know me. Yep. All righty, gang. Anyway, let's call it. We've been at this for 2 nights. Nobody's gonna watch this far into this. This channel is so dead. I don't know. I've neglected this channel to the point it's dying. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Tahillia, Maranya, Almighty Jack, everybody who stopped by to say hi. I know at least one of those 6 people is me, though. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us and keeping the conversation going. I'm going to hang up and at least try to be a husband here to my wife. I am. I missed you, Gailey. How was your day, by the way? Yeah. Any fat women enter the shoe shop?
I tell you what.
Okay. Oh, by the way, no. What that means? Sorry, guys. I'm a big Married with Children fan. One of my favorite parts was when Al would come into the house and he would go, "A fat lady walked into the shoe store today," and he would complain about this crazy lady and all that kind of stuff. If you work at a theme park, you're going to have a crazy guest. And I started doing this with my daughter, and I said, "Did a fat lady walk into the shoe store today?" And she would tell me the craziest guest that she had. So that's kind of what I'm asking Gail anytime I say that. So there you go. I didn't realize he fired you. What? No, Breen's always welcome. It's just Disney ain't his bag, man. What I'm wondering is where's Pixel or Dalton? I thought they might have a good time with this one.
Eric's bringing up Keanu Reeves' book.
Berserker?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it.
Which I heard they must have, and that's for a comic. It's weird for a comic book session.
I just finished reading America Chavez. I want to do a review of that, and well, we'll see. Alrighty, and what do we got going on? Justice for Breen. Alrighty. So anyway, gang, once again, thanks for hanging out, and as always, we could wallpaper the shop with Berserkers. Thank you very, very much for watching. You guys have a great time and enjoy. What do we say here?
And have a zippity-doo-dah day. You'll see you real soon.
Oh, yeah, that's